Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Tata D. If you're new here, I make videos on motherhood and lifestyle. I have a 7-month-old baby boy, and so do consider subscribing and joining our little family. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting me always. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I am going to be answering some of the questions that I got from my Instagram. I posted and asked you guys to ask me anything, whether it's personal or motherhood related or anything like that, and I'm just going to be addressing those questions here today. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. The first question is actually one that I keep getting so many times. I think I've answered this one before in a different Q&A video. It says, at what age did you want a child, and how old were you when you had a child? And were you ever ready to be a mother? So I'm just going to, this is like from one person, so I'm just going to answer them. At what age did you want a child? I wanted a child, I think ever since I can remember. I just always knew that being a mom was in my plans. I don't know at what age it was. I just know that I've just always known that it's in my future to be a mom. How old were you when you had a child? I was 25 when I got pregnant. I was 26 when I had my baby, and I am now 27 years old. Were you ever ready to be a mother? I get this question quite a lot. I don't think you are ever like 100% ready to be a mother, but I was at a point in my life and a point in my relationship where we were kind of ready for that next step of introducing another human being into our lives. So I guess like for the most part, yes, I was ready, but I wasn't like super prepared for all the changes and stuff like that. So I don't think it's something that you ever are super ready for, but like you just gotta take the leap, I guess. How old are you, and how was pregnancy treating you as a first-time mother? I made a whole video on my pregnancy journey and all that stuff, so you can check that video up. You can check that video out for more on like how my pregnancy journey was. But all in all, it was a rough one. I did say in my pregnancy video that I think that I'm just not the kind of person who enjoys pregnancy or who does well with pregnancy. I love being a mom, I love motherhood stuff, but I just don't, I struggle so much with pregnancy. So so it wasn't like a walk in the park, but it wasn't the worst experience. I just am not good at it, you know? The other one says, can we be mom friends? Of course. I'm always looking for mom friends because most of the people that are in my circle are not moms yet. So I'm always looking for mom friends. I have a bunch of mom friends on Instagram who I haven't met, but I feel like I know them and I'm so invested in their stories and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So yeah, we can be mom friends. Just hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me, or here on YouTube, then we can connect. So the next question is, why did you leave radio, and will you ever go back? Now, for those that don't know, I worked as a radio and TV personality I think 4 years ago, and at the same time when I was in radio and I was in TV, I was also a student at the University of Botswana. I was doing a bachelor's degree in media studies. And so when I was working on radio and doing schooling at the same time, it was a lot for me. I felt like I was investing way too much of my time on my radio, and my schooling was suffering because of it. A lot of the time, sometimes my scheduling would conflict with having to be on radio for meetings, for air checks, and all of those stuff, and I had to be at school for my lessons and stuff like that. So with the course that I was doing, there was a lot of practicals during lessons or during class time. So it was a situation whereby I really had to be in class. And for some reason, because I was so excited about this dream of mine being realized, of being on radio, I was prioritizing radio more than I was prioritizing school, and my grades started to dip a little bit. I wasn't failing or anything, but they were not as good as I knew that they could be, or as good as they were before. Radio is like my first love. It's like something that I've always wanted to do, and it's something that I've dreamt of doing ever since I was a little girl. I always got the comments about my voice, that you have such a great voice and you should be on radio and all of that, and I've loved it ever since. So yeah, with your first love, you always have a place in your heart for that. Sometimes you can have a very toxic relationship with your first love, but at the end of the day, you can never rule out, the idea that you guys are going to get back together. So I'm not completely ruling out that I'll ever go back to radio. Not at all. If the opportunity is right, if the money is right, I'll definitely go back. But as in for this foreseeable future, I do not have any plans of going back to radio. So yeah, that's that. Another reason why I left radio was because this is something that I think anybody who has worked on radio or who works on radio can concur with. There is no money, guys. There is no real money being made off of just being a radio personality. A lot of the times when you are a radio personality, you have to supplement your income with doing other things. A lot of the radio personalities that we know of that are actually making good money are people who are making money off of emceeing, people who are DJs, there are people who even still work their office jobs. There are people who still work their office jobs while working on radio and all that stuff. So a lot of the time, the people that are on air are making that, even makeup artists and stuff like that. So they're making money other ways other than just radio, because if you just made money off of radio, you will starve. There is no real money, guys. So that was another thing. I was not financially growing, but at the same time, I didn't have the time to do other things to actually grow financially. I was just a student at the time, so my schedule was already very much packed. So yeah, it was draining me financially to be on radio, in fact, because I was spending way more money with the craft than I was actually making. So I had to transport myself. I had a radio show when I started that was on Saturday nights, on Friday nights and on Saturday nights. So it will start at 10 a.m. Start at 10 p.m. and then it will end at 1 a.m. So I had to transport myself with a cab there and I transport myself with a cab back. So that was money being spent. And when there were outside broadcasts or I had to do like an appearance at an event or something like that, I had to transport myself, I had to feed myself and all that stuff. And being an on-air personality was not the only thing that I did at Yap. Being an on-air personality was not the only thing that I did at that particular radio station. So there were those other things that I did that was taking up a lot of my time and a lot of my money. And I was not getting any kind of monetary returns with that. So I just felt like, this is not working for me. And I just wanted to step back a little bit, reassess if it's really something that I want to do with my life and all that stuff. And then the next thing was that there was no real growth that I was feeling with the radio station. Like I was there, but it was like in the beginning, because we did some training and stuff like that. In the beginning, yes, I was like, okay, no, I'm learning a lot. And I was around people that I've been listening to for a long time, that have inspired me, that I knew that I could learn so much from. But there was a point then it got like really plateau. Like nothing new was happening. There was nothing really like I was not growing in any way that I was like, okay, no, yeah, definitely there's something new to be happening and stuff like that. So I was just like, this is not really helping me as much as if I was at school or anything like that. So I just had to make a decision to kind of step back. And the other thing was that I felt like there was no real respect for qualification, because here I was doing a media degree and I was hoping that with that degree I would be able to have better conversations with management in terms of money, in terms of more responsibility with the radio station, in terms of all of that. But with people who had any kind of qualifications with this industry, I didn't see them getting any different treatment compared to people who don't have qualifications. And there was this thing where I felt like there was this thing where everybody was like, anybody can do radio, which I freaking hate, because no, not everybody can do radio. You know, I studied for it. I went through school for 4 years doing radio broadcast and television broadcast, and I'd be damned if people are just sitting around going, anybody can do this. So the no respect for qualification kind of bothered me a little bit, because with other industries, when you get a qualification, you go to HR and you have a conversation like, hey, I just got like a master's, or I just got another degree, or I've gotten a PhD. So let's talk. Like, I need either a bump in my title, a bump in my salary, or something like that, a bump in responsibility. So let's have a conversation. So that was another thing that I was not seeing any kind of like, growth in. So I was like, I can't go through all these years of learning and stuff like that only to not grow and just be like another person when I actually studied for this. Another reason, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going on and on and on. Another reason was that I felt like there was this thing, culture of being told that you're easily replaceable. I mean, it goes with the notion that anybody can do the job. So there was this thing where, like, people who I thought were just killing it in the industry were hot today and then not tomorrow. Like, they were easily just let go. Like, where I was working, but around the time that I left was when a lot of people that I was looking up to and a lot of people who were like mentors of mine were just leaving the radio station, were either getting fired or there was a restructuring or something like that, where some people were being let go and stuff like that. I was not fired, by the way, guys. I left at my own accord. I know there are people who think I was fired because that was happening around the time that people were getting like let go. But I wasn't fired. I actually left, and I resigned per se. I don't know if that. Yeah, so people were just, I was feeling like this is an industry where people are easily replaceable. There's no real security in your jobs. Like, people are hot today and hot there. And it was not just at the radio station that I worked for. It was like across all the radio stations in the country. I felt like people were just being, tossed around, and people were moving from one radio station to another, and not like there was no real respect for people who are doing well on air. So I just felt like, no, I have to take a step back and just really figure out if this is something that I really will see myself doing long term before I really commit my time and my energy and all that stuff too. So I wanted to take a step back, just kind of realize, what do I want to do? Am I really trying to do radio? Is this really my life? So yeah, that's why I left radio. It's a lot, right? It's a lot, guys. And yeah, but like I said, I'm not really counting out the idea that I'll ever go back. So if anybody like wants me on air to have like an hour where I talk all things motherhood, all things, pregnancy, all things postpartum and all of that, then of course I will go on air anytime. It's my love. I love radio. I'll never stop loving it. And I see so many people that I trained with who are doing an incredible job and who are doing so well. And I just feel like, I'm so proud. I'm like a proud mama. So yeah, that's that. Ooh, that was a long answer. Next question. The next question is, when are you going to start doing vlogs? I can't wait to see a day in the life. I can't wait to see a day in the life with you and Rue. Okay, when am I going to start doing vlogs? I feel like I'm not big enough for vlogs yet. I feel like nobody really cares what I'm up to apart from like when I'm sitting here and telling you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna watch it. I guess I'm like in my head about it a little bit still, just and also I film with my phone, and I want to just maybe up my equipment a little bit and up my following a little bit. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then maybe I will just feel a bit more confident to start vlogging and stuff like that. But I definitely see a future where I start vlogging. Not too far future. By the end of the year, I think I would have done 1 or 2 vlogs or stuff like that. But for now, Gotta get used to my little face. The next one says, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm scared. Any tips? Just do it. That's the first tip that I'm gonna give you. Just do it. Just use your phone. Like I said, I have my phone. Just use your phone and buy a tripod. You can buy those little there's this little phone holders that they use in cars. You can use that, maybe stick it to a window or stick it to like a mirror or something like that, and just use it as a tripod or anything. Or look, I've seen like YouTube videos where they use like stack of books. You can use like a stack of books and put a phone there and just film and just start. That's the one thing that I wish I had done. There's so many times that I've wanted to start this and finally get it done, but I was just in my head about it, just thinking like, I need some this type of camera or this type of equipment. I need a ring light, I need sound, I need all of this and stuff like that. I was just so in my head about it, and I felt like, and it was when I was pregnant also, I was like, I don't look cute enough. People are not gonna wanna watch me looking like this and all that stuff. I was just in my head so much about it. I wish I would have just picked up the phone and shot a video and then just posted it and just shut my phone off and then see the response and stuff like that, because it's amazing how much support you would get from people. You know, the comments that I get mostly with my video is about the content. Nobody really talks about, oh, I wish that your video had better quality, or your sound was better, or you had better lighting. People are genuinely more interested in the content that you are delivering to them. So if you have great content and you believe in your content, then just film. You would be so surprised how much support you're going to get, and you can just grow with it. For me right now, I'm thinking obviously about growing this and stuff like that, and getting like a camera and a lighting and better lighting and a microphone and stuff like that. But for now, I just don't want to put too much pressure on it, because it will take so much of my time, and I have a very difficult time making videos for you guys. You'd be surprised, like when you watch like a lot of your favorite YouTubers very first YouTube videos, you will see that all of us just start like this, with just me, my little iPad here, and my iPhone, and a little tripod, and it's just a little corner in the house that you're filming in. You'll be surprised. Most of people started like this, and they are blowing up right now because they kept being consistent on all that stuff. So just pick up your phone. If you have a phone, pick it up. If you have an iPad, pick it up. If you have any phone really works, but obviously it would be nice to have a phone with better quality. But yeah, just do it. So the next question is, how do you achieve the whitish color for your hair? So I'm guessing the color that they're speaking about is this one. How do I achieve it? I actually bleach my hair. When my hair is like black right now, my hair is it's blondish, yellowish. But when it's really black, I start by bleaching it. I'll bleach it, say, twice. I use a powdered bleach. I'll insert the picture of the powdered bleach that I use here. And also I will use this cream peroxide that I got from Discam. This one that I got from Discam. The powdered bleach is actually from the same brand, which is New Light. There's also a conditioner, which is from the same brand that I use. And then I'll use it like twice, and then I'll wait like a few days because I just don't want to put too much pressure on my hair. And then after maybe 2 or 3 days, I bleach it again once. And then I use this Renew Perfect color in the color ash blonde. How did you clear your pregnancy acne? Now, if you know me, you know that I suffer from acne so much. Like, I've had acne ever since I was a teenager, and I still struggle through it right now. And when I got pregnant, it was worse. You know, it was like I got into like a whole, yeah, it was rough. It was rough. So I had a lot of acne. I had a big acne breakout when I was pregnant, and my skin was just suffering. How do I clear it? I don't think I cleared it or anything. I haven't changed much in terms of my routine. So I haven't cleared it yet. Underneath all this makeup, y'all, there's still some things going on. So I don't think I've completely cleared it. I still, well, the acne is kind of gone. Right now, I just have really dark spots on my face and stuff like that. I didn't really use anything. I didn't change anything. If you guys are interested in my skincare routine, the products that I use for my face and all that stuff, although I'm not confident to say that they work, then you can just comment down below and I'll make like either an IGTV or maybe make a little short a video for YouTube where I just kind of take you guys through all the products and my skincare routine. The next question is, you rock short hair so well. Who is your barber? Oh, thank you so much. I've actually had short hair ever since. I've worn my hair short for a really long time. I think now it's 4 years now I've worn my hair short. I don't know. You know what happened? I just cut my hair one time and then I loved it and I never looked back. I'm actually thinking about growing it back a little bit. So look out for that. So thank you. Thank you so much. I actually don't remember myself with long hair anymore. Who's my baba? My baba is a guy called Vincent. He works in Airport Junction, Lady Vanessa. That is where you can find him. When you walk in there and say, "Where live Vincent?" or "Where's Vincent?" Definitely he will be there. If you want to maybe contact him, you can hit me up for his number or anything like that. So yeah, Vincent is my plug. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and you hit that notification bell to be notified every single time I have a new video up. I know I didn't upload a video last week Thursday, and I'm so sorry for that. I just had a lot going on last week, but I am back. There will be another video on Thursday. I'm going to be doing my baby's 7 months update, and yeah, man, hopefully you guys come back then. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.